Hey, what's going on there, YouTube?
Yo, what's up out there, YouTube?
This is SEL0320
This is Joe Johnson 030.
representing JVS.
JVS.
We are back for another Rick and Morty episode review. We did just do a reaction for Rick and Morty. This is the third episode. No, this is the fourth episode of the third season. Vindicators 3, The Return of the Worldender. And I mean, personally, I thought the episode was gonna be just kind of a filler episode, but it's never filler. It's always something that uses a plot device that goes and ties into something else. And I think that they made, I don't even know how to put this. Joe, what do you think about this episode? I don't even know what it is. It's always, every time I sit there and try to articulate Rick and Morty, I can't.
It's complete, man.
I can't. Like, I try to review it in, educated way, but it's always just something just like dropped in front of me. Like, you got a simple premise like the Guardians of the Galaxy, taking in Rick and Morty style. I guess they had like some kind of event before where they helped out the Vindicators. They got skipped over, and now they're on the third adventure. But you kind of find out that the Vindicators hate Rick just as much as, his family hates him, or his family doesn't trust him. And then, on top of that, you got this morality complex that Morty has internally, because he's like, they are more heroes to me than you. And then from there, it just platforms from Rick getting drunk and setting everybody up in a game of Saw, which is just the most random thing ever. Like, I don't even know how to go there with. I mean, anyway, what do you think, though?
Oh man, these episodes so far, man, have just been crazy. Like, they have just been, they have just caught me off guard every episode, man. And this episode, like, it follows that same pattern. But I mean, you find out Rick. First of all, like, the Vindicators, like, they're going to fight this guy named Worldender, who's supposed to be like a super villain. And Rick, the whole time, like, Morty is like, kind of like, oh man, like, hype and everything. And then Rick is like, bro, like, he had made a remark. He's like, I fight, like, people, like, way worse than this guy. And so Rick just ends up, so Morty and Rick are in, like, I guess where the room where they're standing, and then they kind of get into like a little mini argument, and then Rick is like, all right, bump this, I'm going out and get something to drink. And the scene just goes from there to the next day. And come to find out, like, Worldender is dead. And Rick has set up this, like, this jigsaw, death game. and like, all these videos, he's drunk in all the videos, and it just goes to show you, like, this dude, like, killed the main villain while he was drunk, and he didn't even remember none of it.
Yeah.
It was so crazy. It was so crazy. And how, like, there was a series of, tasks they had to get done. And man, I'll tell you, like, each one was just completely hilarious. Each one was just completely hilarious. Like, what the heck? Like, and some of them were so unrelated to, like, anything Rick and Morty related. It was so funny. It was really funny.
It was weird because the heroes, like, they had this guy named Maximus, I guess, Renegade Star Soldier, who's basically like Star-Lord. They had this one dude, I think his name was Alan Rails, because he's got, like, chains on his neck, and he uses a train like a Green Lantern, and it's just this buff black guy. They had this one dude who's basically like Baby Groot, or an older Groot, who's like a million ants. Then they got this other cat named Crotchybot. Why? What? I don't even know what the chick's name was.
Oh man.
I don't even remember I don't even think they gave her a name. But either way, all of them, their powers are just random. And it's just like, I think the thing about this episode that I'll say is that Rick made a statement in the beginning. It's like, y'all ain't worth crap. because y'all are inferior and y'all are flawed and y'all can't save anybody, essentially. And throughout most of the episode, it's kind of legit like a Saw episode, like a Saw movie, where you're like, okay, we're gonna test your morality, we're gonna test who you are. And like, you come to find out, oh man, they killed a planet. Oh man, they failed this mission. Oh man, they're cowards. Like, the first dude, Maximum Star Soldier, who supposedly freaking put like a thing over Morty, he was the first one to like, man, Morty, you're just a dumb, disabled like mascot.
Oh my god.
He was the first one to take that L. This is the thing though. The dude that Rick gave him the props for, I think it was like Nunu, or I don't remember his name. I feel like it was like Nunu. It was something like that. He was the funniest thing in this episode because whenever he came up, he was like, "Gosh, dog!" Like I mean, it was like when he was ready to go on the trip, he was like armed up. They were like, "Nah, dog, you can't be going like that." They gave him a broom because for whatever stupid reason, Rick pooped himself at the end of all the laboratory. And like when they actually found Rick in the morning, his butt was propped up. It was poop everywhere. And like the dude, like Nunu or whatever his name was just sitting there cleaning everything up. By the end of the episode, long story short, Rick had the opportunity of really helping Morty, and Morty thought, okay, Rick's gonna really show his colors. It's gonna be for him.
That was hilarious.
And it won't for him at all. It was like for the dude that was still sitting there back. They never showed him again. But it was like he was actually a funny character. But the weird thing is, he looked like what's that dude? Eye-hole man. But his eyes were slanted.
Yeah.
This show is so dumb, but it's so smart at the same time. It's like they literally got disintegrated as characters. Each one of them had these character flaws. It was just like, okay, there's no validity to who y'all are. Like, y'all are not good heroes. Like, y'all are not good people. Rick is technically right, but it's like, how did they even get mixed up with Rick to start with?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Anyway, so Rick is Batman in this episode. He destroyed the Justice League, Saw style. That's the best way I can describe it. I give this episode a I don't know. I'm not giving this episode a rating. I don't even know how I would even think to rate this. The show is smart. It's a great show, but it's just so random, bro. So random. That Mr. Pickle episode though, I would watch that joint again. That joint was lit. But you got any closing thoughts?
Nah.
I ain't got nothing else to say. I can't believe that happened. Alright, you guys, keep it locked. JVS, we ain't gonna stop. Peace, everybody.